Yo, so it's the Monday before the Vic Bay Quad this weekend. You can hear the wind blowing. We've got a reasonably strong northwester. It's like 35 degrees outside. It's hot as hell. This is the beginning of our winter, when we start to get these northwest berg winds like this. And the temperature goes really high. We get these hot days. The northwesterly is blowing. It blows the surface water out of the bays like this because it's straight offshore, and we get these upwellings of cold water, so the water is going to go a lot colder. But yeah, it's the beginning of winter. This first cold front's coming up the coast, and I'll show you that forecast. Yeah, the first proper swells of the winter, and the temperature is going to plummet from this hot 34, 38 down to sort of 12 degrees in the mornings. And yeah, hopefully this is the beginning of the best winter in 20 years. Sure, so I was warning about the weekend at Vic Bay. Look at that. That's going into the weekend. I said that we haven't had some swell, and I'm sure that because we're going to Vic and it cops a heap of swell, that we're going to collect something. And here's the first proper front of the winter. It's not a full-blown front, but there's some decent swell coming. Yeah, and here's the forecast for the week. There's a bit of swell coming, and you can see on Tuesday there's a 17-second period. And then it steps up in size from 1.7 up to 3.7, 3.6, 15 seconds. It all depends on the swell direction. It looks like it's going to be more out of the south-southwest, which is perfect. Probably about 215, 220. Thursday we've got a 3.8 meter swell and quite a bit of wind. And then Friday 3.1. Man, it just looks like a really good weekend. Through Saturday, Sunday, looks like a belter week of surf coming up for J Bay. Should be in that 6 foot range, probably 4 to 6 with an odd 8. Especially on Thursday. So yeah, let's see what's upcoming, man. Hopefully I can get a couple of clips for this. I'm going to delay going to Vic until we've had a couple of sessions. I'm not required to surf on Friday or Saturday, only surfing one heat on Sunday, so yeah, no need to go rushing through there. We'll hopefully lap up some of the supers as well, and then head through there on Saturday afternoon. Yeah, we had some gale force winds last night, absolutely humping, and a lot of rain. And here's the first set of the morning. Doesn't look too bad. A little bit wonky from the rain. That's probably what it's going to be like at best today. It's not bad if you're from somewhere else in the world. Road trip with Auntie. Off to Vic Bay. Wind's blowing a freaking gale. Windmills are blowing off the hill. Now, so that swell we sat and waited for 3 days didn't quite happen. Managed to surf this morning. Couple of waves, but very crowded and very slow. But yeah, maybe this little gale force that's blowing now is going to bring some swell for the guys for tomorrow. We'll see what Vic looks like. The system doesn't look that great, but yeah, we'll see tomorrow. I think Vic should be proper tomorrow, and then hopefully there's still some left over for Sunday. Yeah, we headed down to a section of the coast that said it was so pretty, man. This is one of the little jewels of the southeast coast of South Africa, Vic Bay. It's sort of tucked away in a little crevice. Most people don't even know about it. It's a little turn off, and you head down this little road into this little valley. It's really pretty. Cold there as hell in winter because it doesn't get the sun until about 9 o'clock because it's in this little valley. But yeah, amazing little surf spot. Super underrated, but super fun wave. It'll be a perfect sort of performance wave if you want to practice and stuff like that. And it cops an incredible amount of swell because it's basically into the open ocean. And when J Bay is like 6 to 8, it's normally maxing out at Vic Bay. It closes out right across the bay. So yeah, arriving in the valley. Parking's full. See a lot of white water. We'll see when the boys get here so we can get into the accommodation. Sure, so the view for the next 2 days. How's this? Right on the takeoff. Lots of ants out there. So open this up. On the balcony. Boys going for a quick surf. What is the time? It's a pity I could have gone for a quick surf. Set coming through behind the rock. Very jobbly on the outside. So Victoria Bay is a 3-hour drive from J Bay, and as the surf wasn't pumping, I decided to get through there early and go and support the guys for the important Saturday heats. Early morning. Very wobbly. About 4 to 6 foot. Freezing. 3 guys are out already. 2 of them paddled out in the dark. This is not valley weather, this. It's freaking cold. Yup. Very lumpy bumpy. Yeah, still some size sets coming through. Very close out either. Oh, boy's getting caught inside. Yeah, the gale force wind from the day before had done the trick, and that swell was starting to pull in. The forecast, which had centered more on Wednesday, Thursday, had actually moved later, and the swell was really starting to pick up into the morning. And yeah, there'd be an incredible increase later in the day. So yeah, it was going to be an interesting day in very, very difficult conditions. This is one of the most difficult places to surf. It's got a lot of refraction off the rocks, so you get a lot of bump on takeoff, and you've got to select your waves super carefully, otherwise you end up with no scores. Rock dodge. Try to time the gap and look around the corner for that incoming set. Channel that goes through there, but there's one big rock on the end that sucks dry. Boys are going straight into a set. Badly timed. Not a good jump. He hit it. Ooh, I think he might have hit that rock. He's getting pummeled. Jumping at the wrong time. Yeah, I said this place was a good place to have a contest because it cops a lot of swell, but when it gets like this it becomes a whole other challenge, and finding the right waves is not easy. our first heat going into the water. The swell is absolutely cranking. The guys got beaten a bit this morning, but yeah, we're over 50s this morning. It's going to be a bit of a challenge. Swell is really big on the sets. So you can always see the locals here. They go for the front jump. You better be sure of your timing and not miss it, otherwise you get absolutely done on the inside. So in the surfing, I've concentrated on the Nelson Mandela Bay surf riders and mainly the guys in the open division. We had a really good day, most of the guys getting through their heats and getting through to the finals. But yeah, the swell continued to pick up and it was an interesting day throughout. Yeah, Vic Bay lived up to its reputation of having a few closeout sets, and we had a good few of those through the day, that's for sure. Waves are starting to whistle. Caught inside. Heavy water, H3O. Scramble. Yep. Welcome to Victoria Bay. Incoming! Poor guy. White water wash, polish, rinse. Yeah, this is certainly one of the most fun and most relaxed comps to surf on the calendar. The Nelson Mandela boys were enjoying the accommodation and the view. What an awesome day, great weather. Car's getting cleaned up again. They said it was dropping. There we go. Yeah, that was a good wave. Yes! so good. Still going, late into the afternoon.
Yeah, the finals day dawned with a very broken up, lumpy swell with a bit of cross onshore. The swell was dropping really fast and it was going to be an unbelievably difficult day. Yeah, the Bullies kicked off the finals at midday in an ever-dropping swell, very difficult conditions. Mervyn did an amazing job, got some really good connectors and absolutely smoked us. I managed a little second place in the end. Merv's local knowledge shone through for sure. It was then on to the other finals, heading down the age group down to the opens. Unfortunately, our situation of not having surfers in all the age groups come back to haunt us, as we lost out on a lot of positions due to lack of scores and ended up in a 4th position for the team overall.
So the guys have got Remy up on the mic there. He's just won the over 30s. Brilliant effort. After a tough year, he deserves it.
And then I was kind of behind priority the whole time, and with the slow conditions, I knew there would be one more good set, which did happen. I was just lucky to get one of those, and for the rest, I just had to hope that was the end of it, you know.
I don't win a lot of contests, so definitely want to say thanks to my fans. You know, they came with down here, which is what this event is all about. You know, which is what makes it one of the best events, I think, for everybody that's here at least. It's really a lot of our family spirit, and they came down and supported me. We've been having a really good time, and yeah, that great white twin can't go wrong.
Awesome stuff, Remy. Congratulations, and we will see you at prize giving.
Thank you.
Well done, Chana.
Shot, brother.
Well done. Very well done.
Anyone back from the team?
There.
No, that last level fight there, I was
There you go, have to go.
This one takes it from
Good one. So we got the over 30 champion Remy. Tell us about the board, but what you're riding here?
So this is the Great White Twin. It's a 5.9. It's in the 30 litre range. All kind of conditions this event, but board goes in all kind of conditions.
We rode it some freaking big stuff yesterday, and
Big,
it's actually
small.
torn it. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's just got a really smooth, fast outline that at the moment I don't feel you can beat it, especially on this wave. Having pockets, but then also having these flat sections. You want to be able to get square, but you also want to carry speed through those flat sections, which, you know, wave like J-Bay, you rather be on something a bit more performance-y, like the FRK Plus there.
A bit more stretched out. Here you need that bit of width for those flat spots. Eh?
Yeah.
Just put it up with the outlines, and you're running a 2+1.
2+1 with the bigger trailer, because it's the back on the back side. I like it a little bit bigger in the back because you push hard on it.
Awesome, man.
But yeah, it can't go wrong.
The Bully's got to have a ride on these one of the
Come,
days.
let's go.
Well done, China. Awesome job.
In second, we have Trevor Hansen representing Nelson Mandela Bay Surfers. And taking the win, it's the local boy, Mervin van Straten, over 60s men.
Well done, Bally.
And taking out the win is Remy Peterson representing Nelson Mandela Bay Surfers. I'm sure we can go louder than that, guys. Let's give it a proper hand of applause. That was sick.
Finally I got one.
Sorry guys, thanks. Sick event.
Thanks, Remy. In fourth position, we got Nelson Mandela Bay, and they got 9,307 points. And taking out the win this year is Cape Winelands with 11,502. And all of you guys come up here. Let's grab a picture of everybody involved with Cape Winelands. That was some record-breaking, top surfing.
Homeward bound after the prize giving. Everybody a little bit tired and buggered, but yeah, good weekend, good fierce amongst the O's, good spirit, and some good results, some not so great and some unfortunate ones. It was a tough weekend, conditions were not easy.
So next up for us is the J-Bay Wildcard Trial, and I'll give you the updates of that as they come in. And yeah, until then,
Waves incoming next week. See you then.
as always, thanks a ton for watching. I know this is not the J-Bay special, and I'm trying to cover all the events we go to. So make sure you tune in, make sure you subscribe, and stand by for those updates. Hopefully we're going to have some decent swell incoming very soon, and a couple of decent waves, a couple of barrels, etc, etc. Thanks as always for watching, and we'll catch you next time. Ciao.